Hi, Ron. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Nice
You
to
are
meet you.
welcome to this community event here in Johannesburg. You can briefly introduce yourself and perhaps why you are here before we carry on.
Okay, so my name's Ron Ekins. I'm the Director of Field Solution Architecture for EMEA and LATAM at Pure Storage. So that's who I work for. I'm also, as part of my lanyard down there, I'm part of the Oracle community. I'm one of a few Oracle ACE directors globally. There's a few of us here this week, so I'm part of the Oracle community. So in that community, I get the chance to speak at conferences on Oracle technology and share experiences and my knowledge globally.
Amazing. Is this your first time in South Africa?
It's my first time in this venue, but I've been to South Africa before. I've flown into Johannesburg and also to Cape Town.
Amazing. Okay, you love it so far?
It is. It's been a wonderful short stay. So unfortunately, I've got to go home tomorrow.
Oh, you're leaving tomorrow?
Yes.
So quick in and out.
Yes.
Oh, amazing. So, but is this your first time for the South African
First time for the
Oracle
SOUG, yes.
conference?
It is.
Oh.
And it's been a wonderful conference to be part of.
Absolutely.
From the time I had my paper selected and the communication started, it's been a wonderful experience, been a dream. So
wow.
Really look after speakers.
Amazing. I'm glad you are enjoying your time here and enjoying the conference, because that is the whole point of it. It's about community, right? Interacting and building bridges, between individuals as well as industries, understanding what this person is doing, what that person is doing. And for me, communities like this is the way to humanize artificial intelligence, and bring that human-centric element right at the center of it. So I'm glad that you are enjoying it so far.
Yeah, I get the chance to speak at quite a few conferences a year, and this has been one of the best this year.
Oh,
so,
wow, did you hear that? So, when we talk about artificial intelligence, there's still a lot of fear around this, and it's still pretty much new and in infancy, right? So many people still don't know how to navigate the change. How do you see this happening, perhaps in the UK, where you are? How are people receptive of artificial intelligence, in your opinion?
Okay, I think everyone has their own version of what AI is.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's a term that we can put in a box and put a bow on it and say that's AI. Because it's different whether you're talking from an infrastructure, from an application. Some people's experience of AI would be through a mobile device. Some people would be an application with chat responses, and we interact with those sort of tools. And then there's other things, more the infrastructure, security products, which are making decisions on our data and what we do. So I think it's really hard to say what is AI.
Right.
Because I think we all consume it to some degree. Whether we have an electric car with some AI in there, or even a toaster, or a fridge might have some AI in there. But it's all different levels and
amazing.
Provide different services.
Do you think people are embracing this much easily, or you think there's some resistance around artificial intelligence?
There will always be resistance to change.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's an AI specific change.
Yes, yeah.
But maybe where the resistance is the speed of adoption.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think AI is as scary as maybe the media would like to project. I don't think people are thinking that we're going to have Terminator and the computers taking over the world. But there is fearful that some jobs which we do today won't exist in 5 years' time. And I think that speed of adoption, I've heard a number of people say, maybe even at this conference, that the people that leave today from education, and people who start education, the people that are starting today, their jobs don't exist, what they will have when they leave education. And the jobs that the people are joining the workforce now, they'll be very different to the jobs they leave. Maybe for many years, people could have had a job, and that career path would have been known for 20, 30 years.
Absolutely.
I think now it's 5 years' time, there'll be some roles which will be obsolete, or would have changed into something else.
Absolutely, because the speed of change is so fast and so exponential at the same time, right? So when we look back on previous technologies to artificial intelligence, we see that the adoption was kind of slow. People could take their time, be like, maybe I should wait and see how the other early adopters adjust before I come on board. But with the fast rate of AI, do you think people should still be waiting for that adoption curve to jump on board?
So there is always advantage of being an early adopter in technology,
Right.
but there's also risk.
Yes.
So I think many people don't want to be the first,
The guinea pig.
but they don't want to be the last. So if you can be the early adopters, but the second wave of early adopters. So on just following, maybe 6 months behind the people that take going live, and the classic in IT is that you don't want to go live on version 1. Version 1.1 is the better release.
Yeah.
Let someone else have the
yeah.
find all the warts, all the bugs, all the sharp edges.
That's a really great way of looking at it, the version 1, version 1.1. But the thing also is that it's moving so fast. It's really, the rate of change is so fast that when organizations have to step back to see, okay, do I want to be an early adopter? Before you know it, before you even finish that thought process, there's a new model in the market. So with this rate of fast change, it makes it difficult for anyone to even take a breather. To say, okay, can I just breathe and process this?
Yeah, I think what it means for many organisations, their business cycles don't support that level of adoption, that level of change. So they have to be more dynamic and they have to be more forward-thinking. So when they're looking at investment in their data centres, in their people, they have to make strategic bets. And actually, how do you train for an unknown world?
Right.
What skills do you need in 5 years? So you have to make some judgment, look at Gartner reports, look at industry direction and make decisions on that, and likewise for investment in infrastructure.
Absolutely.
Whether that be challenges around energy, which we see in Europe and in Africa, but also weather and resources like water. With data centres leaking lots of energy, lots of water, we have to think about those and how they impact our future solutions.
Absolutely. You mentioned earlier that there is no particular definition for artificial intelligence, which is so true. It means different things for different people. So I would like now to ask you specifically, what is AI in relation to the work you do?
Okay, so I work for a storage vendor called Pure Storage. So in the application, in the database world, we've talked about autonomous, self-driving, self-patching databases for a number of years. And the database has become more intelligent over years and making recommendations and helping you to have better uptime, better availability. And that's now happening in the infrastructure and the storage layer. So we can have recommendations, we can have the storage making decisions and giving you advice about placement for performance, for availability, giving you predictions about what your usage will be in 6 months' time, in a year's time. So you can make better judgments, better predictions about how you use your resources.
Wow. Okay. Does the business expand here in South Africa as well?
Yes, we've got presence in South Africa. Yeah, we've got some teams here. Yeah, so I actually was got picked up by one of the local team met me at the airport and took me here, which is so kind to come out on a Sunday.
Absolutely. And it's quite a distance to get here as well. So that was really cool. Okay. Do you think that some people will be left behind when it comes to artificial intelligence? What are your thoughts around that?
Will some people be left behind? Well, in all changes, there's always some people that don't want to change.
Casualties,
Yeah, so, but that doesn't mean that they haven't got a role going forward. So I guess the analogy would be people that look after vintage cars.
Yeah.
So not everyone's got an electric car.
Yeah.
There's still people who have diesel and petrol cars or gas cars, depending on where you come from.
Yeah.
So they still need to be serviced. There are still computer systems running COBOL. So maybe nothing's new being developed in COBOL, but actually those skills and those resources become more sought after. So maybe the people that are left behind will actually become more valued in the future because their skills will be more precious. There will be nobody coming from education. There'll be no new people supporting those technologies.
I actually like that perspective.
Yeah, so it always should be the glass should always be half full. You should always be positive for the future.
I've never thought about it that way. Right. So
when I look at this wonderful facility here and you see all the straw thatch, in the UK, we used to have thatched roofs, but now it's a really scarce skill. There's very few people that can do that. So if you have a thatched roof, that person is very much in demand.
Wow. So what we may consider these people are being left behind, they are actually needed to be left behind because there's an industry that needs to be taken care of.
Yeah, there's good. Maybe the opportunities will be less,
Right.
but and then they will naturally go migrate onto something new.
Exactly.
But then there'll be people retire. But the people that want to carry on doing these traditional or legacy approaches, I think there'll still be a need for them.
Yeah, amazing.
So we shouldn't be ever scared for the future. We should always be optimistic and positive.
That's very true. That's very true. Wow, Ron, this has been such an insightful conversation. Is there something that you would like to share with our audience? Perhaps something I haven't asked you, as you're departing, thoughts or closing remarks? What else do you want to share with the audience?
So as part of the Oracle Global community, I would say to anyone that comes to a local event, get involved. These things don't happen by accident. It needs a village.
Absolutely.
So speak to your local user groups.
Yep.
Help out, volunteer, become active. Don't just consume the product. Be part of it, and you never know. You might actually say, the community is a wonderful thing. We got used to using Zoom and electronic ways of sharing videos and talking to each other, but there's nothing better than sitting beside someone like yourself and talking.
Wow.
So we need human contact.
Absolutely. And I mean, that's such a profound way for us to end this conversation, because we're talking about AI at the end of the day, artificial intelligence, and community is the one way for us to humanize this technology, becoming part of the community. We have that human-centric approach, and we have human-to-human interaction like we're doing here because of the community. So it is critical that people indeed become part of the community and evolve from there.
I don't think AI is going to replace human contact. So I was at AI World 2 weeks ago in Las Vegas, and you can see avatars, and you can see companies that are doing amazing things with digital avatars, and video production looks the same. It could be a person, the voice could be a person, and that's good from a video production point of view and training material. But that's never going to be the same as a trainer standing in front of you, leaning over you, giving you encouragement, giving you confidence,
Absolutely.
Helping you with voice training or technical training, whatever the subject is.
Absolutely.
An in-person trainer, an in-person experience is always going to be better than an online experience.
Absolutely, Ron. Thank you so much for sharing your insights, your very unique insights with us. There's so much to think about what you've shared. Even after this, I will have to think through some of the nuggets you've dropped here. So thank you so much for making yourself available and for sharing your knowledge with us. We're wishing you a very great trip, safe trip back to the UK, and hope we meet again.
Hopefully I get the chance to come back next year, so
Yes,
I look forward to it if I do.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.